Hey, welcome to Color Up. Today we're going to talk about the 7 bets that pro craps players make. Now, I don't mean professional craps players because as far as I know, those do not exist. What I mean by pro is a very knowledgeable craps player. So let's get after it. For number 7, we're going to take a look at placing the point. Let's say the puck is on the 9. You want to make a $20 bet on the 9, so you place your bet in the come and the dealer will make your place bet for you. If the 9 is rolled, this $20 place bet is going to win $28. But if you're a pro, did you know you can make a place bet on the line? Now this only applies to the point number, and you have to make sure it's on this back line between where the odds go and the pass line is. If you make your bet here, you're going to get paid $20. If you make your bet on the line, physical line, that is a place bet, and that bet will win $28. So this bet doesn't really give you an advantage, but it is very cool knowledge that very few players know about, so you will look like a pro. Now, a lot of times I'll personally ask the dealer if they prefer to handle the place bet versus me putting back there, because if there's a lot of pass line players, they'd be paying out different amounts, and then they have to deal with a place bet payout, versus, if there's other place bet players, they can all pay them at the same time. So I will personally just ask them how they prefer me to place it. All right, coming in at number 6 is the $3 hop 7 bet. Now, some players will make an any 7 bet, which is a fine bet if you want to. It's really a bad bet with a, over 16% house edge. But let's say you have like a $10 don't pass bet and you want to protect yourself a little bit with the any 7 bet. That's fine. $1 will get paid 4 to 1. So that doesn't quite cover your bet. So let's say you maybe make a $2 any 7 bet. Well, now you're going to get paid $8. So you cover most of your bet. But let's say you want to completely cover your don't pass bet, and so you make it a $3 any 7 bet. $3 any 7 bet is going to pay $12. So if you lose your don't pass, now you've replaced it with a $12 win. Now a pro craps player knows once you get to the $3 level, you want to make a bet on a 3-way big red, 3-way 7, 3-way hop the skinnies. Typically you want to avoid the word 7, but you want to make a $3 bet up here. So this same $3 bet, what you do is cover each of the combinations that make up the 7. And these on most tables will pay 15 to 1. So let's say the 6-1 or the 1-6 rolls, you're going to get paid 15. These 2 bets are losers, so you have to replace those. So after you replace these 2 bets, because typically if it pays, it stays. So you can always take it down, but I don't want to get you confused. So the 6-1 rolls, we lose these 2, we get paid 15. They replace the 2 other bets that lose, and they pay you out $13. $3 bet here gets paid 13. $3 bet any 7 only gets paid 12. You always want to make these bets in increments of $3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, whatever you like. But if you're just going to bet $1 or $2, the any 7 bet is just fine. Also, you want to make sure that the table actually pays 15 to 1. Now, there are some casinos that get a little sneaky and they will pay you 15 for 1, which actually is just a 14 to 1 payout. In that case, it doesn't make a difference either way. So 15 to 1 and $3 increments, you want to make a 3-way hopping the big red. All right, the number 5 bet that pros make that I want to talk about today is the odds bet. Now I'm going to make this a little controversial and say that it's not the making of the odds bet that makes you pro, but it's the understanding of this bet that makes you a pro. This is the number 1 touted bet in the casino. The dealers will tell you, the casino will tell you, all the books will tell you, hey, this is the best bet in the casino. There's no house edge. You want to max out your odds bet. And that's true to a degree, but I always say, remember, the odds bet is an additional bet on the number, and it's only a great bet if you can afford to make the bet. So if we're at a $10 table, this player has no odds, this player has $50 in odds, let's say the point is a 6. This is a great bet with no house edge, which just means it's paid fairly. The problem is this player is now betting $60, this player is betting 10. If you can afford and you planned on betting $60 per number, this is the way to go. That's an amazing bet. But if you can't afford $60 to bet on every number, then this is just fine. Don't feel pressure, and that's what I feel a lot of beginners are told, hey, you've got to make an odds bet. It's the best bet in the casino. I see it so many times. They don't have enough money to withstand losing $60 a bet though. Sure, if the 6 rolls, this player is going to win $70, this player is only going to win 10, but if the 7 rolls, which is more likely, it's always more likely to roll than any of these numbers, this player loses 60, this player only loses 10. So it just makes your bankroll a lot more volatile. You're going to go up and down. But let me tell you about the long-term math. It's an odd number, but that's just how the game is calculated. But this is based off of 495 rolls. It's just how the number it falls on. With the pass line bet, you're going to win it 244 times, and you're going to lose it 251 times. So if you're making $10 bets, what that means is after 495 rolls, both these players are going to lose, for the pass line bet, $70. That equals out, you probably heard maybe this before, 1.41%. So that is a given. That's just the math. You're going to lose $70 of this after 495 rolls. Now the bet back here is going to break even after 495 rolls. So you're going to win nothing, you're going to lose nothing. So it doesn't matter if you have no odds or every bet, if they allowed you 10,000 in odds, you're going to break even, but both of these players are going to lose $70 or 1.41%. So amazing bet if you could afford $10,000 in odds, but that is our number 5 bet that pros know, is the knowledge of the odds bet. All right, let's take a look at the number 4 bet that pros make, and we're going to take a look at the don't pass bet. Now when the puck is off, the don't pass bet is a huge underdog. There are 8 ways to roll the 7 or 11, which causes this bet to lose, and there are only 3 ways to win with the 2 and 3, and then it's a push or bar, the 12. So for the come out roll, when the puck is off, you are an 8-3 underdog. That is a huge underdog. But once the point gets established, no matter what number it is, you are now the favorite to win. 2-1, 3-2, 6-5 favorite. Now many players don't know this, but you are now legally allowed to remove your don't pass bet if you don't like the number that it went on. And the reason the casino allows that is because now the player has the advantage to win. So they'll happily allow you to remove your bet. But you should never, ever, ever remove your don't pass bet. It just doesn't make sense. You went through the difficult part when you were the underdog, and now you're the favorite to win. So a lot of players love it when they're 2-1 favorite, 3-2 favorite, but I see many players, when they are only a 6-5 favorite, they feel a little timid about this bet. There's 6 ways to win, but there are 5 ways to lose this bet. So a lot of times, if the puck goes on either the 6 or 8, I'll see don't pass players remove their bet. But again, never do this. Well, what do you do? And this is only if you don't want to bet on the 6 or 8. It's real simple, place the point. So if you have a $10 bet here, you can make a $10 bet on the 6, a place bet. Now, you don't even have to make it a proper bet unless the casino requires it, but you should be able to get away with a $10 bet. At this point, there's no way to win or lose this bet, so you could just forget about it. So if you don't like the number, just place against it. Now, you don't even have to make it a proper bet. Let's see, this bet will only actually get paid $11, where a $12 bet gets paid $14, but you don't even have to worry about that. Because here, if the 7 does roll, you lose this 10, you win 10 here. If the 6 rolls, you lose this 10, but you get paid 11 here. So the only thing that can happen in this situation is for you to win. Now, if we went back to number 7, remember, you could just also place the point right there. So I'm not advising you make this bet, but it is much better than removing your bet. All right, number 3, now this is very specific. Now we're really getting into some details here. Let's say you like to make a horn high yo bet. What this is, well, let me back up. A horn bet is a $4 bet that makes $1 bet on the 2, 3, 11, and 12. A lot of times players will just throw in a $5 chip because it's a lot easier. So now they have an extra dollar. So they have a horn bet that is high on a number they choose. So a lot of times a player will say horn high ace deuce, which means they have $1 bet on the 2, 11, and 12, and the extra dollar or $2 is on the ace deuce or the 3. So you could put a $5 chip there, or you could, just $1, and then there's physically $2 there. Now, if we roll a 2, we're going to get paid 32-1 on most tables. It may say 31-4-1, 32-1, but that's the standard payout. Remember, if it pays, it stays. So we roll a 2, we get paid $30. 4 of these dollars are losing bets. So we get paid 30, they're going to replace the $4. We're going to net $26 if we roll a 2. The math is the same. If we roll a 12, again, we get paid $26. The 3 gets paid 15-1. So if we roll a 3, we'll get paid $30. Now this time there's only 3 losers that we replace. So in this case, we would net, or they would pay you $27. If the yo or the 11 wins, it only gets paid 15. We have to replace 4 losers. So in that case, if the 11 rolls, we would get paid $11. So if a pro wants to bet this, he's going to make a $4 any craps bet. You can either place it there or there, depending on where the dealer puts it, and a $1 yo bet. Again, it could be positioned there or there. Same $5, but let's look at the payouts. Any craps gets paid 7-1. We have a $4 bet on the any craps. So if the 2 rolls, we get paid $28. 7 times 4 is 28. We have to replace the 1 losing bet. So we get paid $27 if the 2 rolls. So we get paid $1 more than the horn high bet. 27 versus 26. If the 12 rolls, it's the same math. Again, we get paid $27 instead of $26. If the 3 rolls, we get paid 28. We have to replace the loser. We're going to get the same amount, $27. So that's the same either way. And if we roll the 11, we get paid $15. We have to replace 4 losers though, so we again get $11. So that bet is also the same. So the difference is you get paid $1 more for the 2 and the 12 just on how you position the bet. A horn high ace deuce versus a $4 any craps and a $1 yo. So again, this is a super rare case situation, but if you're a pro, you know. All right, for our number 2 bet, we're gonna take a look at pass line tipping. Now a lot of times, and I'll do this when I'm shooting as well, let's say you have a $10 pass line bet and you're the shooter. If you didn't know, you can make a bet for the dealer right next to your bet. You just place it next to your bet. That is now a pass line bet for the dealer. If you roll a natural 7 or 11 and you win this bet, or even if it's on a point and you win this bet, you're going to get paid 1-to-1 for your bet, or $10. The dealer is going to get paid here $1, and now they collect a $2 bet. But what if you were to make a bet for the dealer and then make an additional bet for yourself on top of your bet? You're essentially making an $11 bet for yourself. So it does take a little more upfront investment, but look at the difference when you win. The dealer gets his bet here, and you're going to get paid $11 for your bet. He's going to take this bet and he's going to drop it. They now have a $2 tip. But what you can do now is collect your $10, and out of the winnings, you're going to remake that bet. So it didn't come from your rack. Now, essentially, it's the casino paying for the dealer's tips. So every time you win, you're going to get paid enough money to then replace the tip for the dealer. So it's a self-paying tip that comes from the casino's money, not from your money. The dealer doesn't matter. He's still getting the same amount if and when that bet wins. But the tip's coming out of the casino's money, not out of your rack. And the number 1 bet that pros make that is actually an advantage for the player, and it is typically called pushing the house. And you do this with buy bets. A buy bet is just a bet on a particular number, but it just pays different than a place bet. So let's take a look at a $20 place bet on the 10 versus a $20 buy bet on the 10. The only difference is you let the dealer know. Well, in some casinos now they just do it automatically, but a lot of casinos you let the dealer know, I'd like a $20 buy bet. Now I'm saying $20 because typically that's where most casinos have set the minimum. If you can buy it at 10, you would want to do that. But 10, 20, 25 is kind of a standard buy bet. So a little terminology, a little different position they'll put inside the bet, and it pays better. So the difference is place bet gets paid 9 to 5. A buy bet gets paid true odds or 2 to 1, but they have to pay a 5% commission. So what does that look like? $20 bet at 9 to 5 gets paid $36. A $20 buy bet gets paid 2 to 1. So $20 gets paid $40, but you have to give them 5% commission. And in this case, 5% of $20 is $1. So you would get paid $39. So requesting as a buy bet instead of a place bet, you get paid $39 versus $36. And the more you bet, the more that increases. So you always make buy bets when you can on the 4 and 10. The 5 and 9, only if they take that 5% if you win. If they make you make a $21 bet or they ask for that VIG up front, never make a buy bet on the 5 and 9. But if they collect it only on wins and you just have to ask them, then it makes sense to buy the 5 and 9 as well. The 6 and 8, it never makes sense to buy them. Always place bet the 6 and 8. So what makes this the number one bet for pros? And what is pushing the house? So we understand that a buy bet is a great bet, but they take a 5% commission. So a $20 bet, they're going to collect $1. A lot of casinos will let you make a $25 bet and still only take $1 for that VIG. Now this is a really complicated topic, and I'm probably going to make a whole nother video about it, about pushing the house, because all the numbers involve the house edge, lowers, and it's just very complicated. But I just want to let you know the kind of the general thought of it is. So some casinos will allow you to make $25 with that same 5% commission. But really, it's a lower commission, right? Because 5% should be $1.25, so you're paying less in commission. Some casinos will allow you to make a $30 bet for that same $1. Some will allow $35. Now, once you get to a $40 buy bet, 5% of $40 is $2. You're gonna have to pay a $2 VIG. But there are some casinos, I believe in Tunica, maybe there's other places around the country. Let me know if your casino will allow you to do this and ask them. They will allow you to push the house all the way to $39 and still only pay a $1 VIG. So as a place bet, this $39 bet is going to be nearly a 7% house edge. If they'll allow you to do a buy bet at $39 with only a $1 VIG, the house edge is under 1%. I think it's 0.85%. So an amazing bet where you're pushing the house. And that is a real pro bet. So if you have any other bets that you consider knowledgeable or that professionals make, let me know down in the comments. However you like to play though, good luck on coloring up.